So, Kritika, we begin with your brief introduction.
Yes, sir. So my name is KRITIKA Negi. I am a native of Kinnaur, Himachal Pradesh. I reside in Shimla, from where I've done my schooling. Then I completed my BTech from NIT Hamirpur, and then in electrical and electronics engineering. After that, I pursued my electrical engineering MTech in PEC Chandigarh. Since then, I've been preparing for civil services and the Indian Forest Service examination.
Good. So, Kritika, you're from Himachal. Now, tell me some of the success story features of forest management and forest governance in Himachal Pradesh, and two or three challenges that you may face, if you are posted in Himachal Pradesh as a forest officer.
Um, so success story, I can say in afforestation in the cold desert area. So that has uh, become more quality oriented as medicinal plants are being provided to horticulture communities so that they are less dependent on forests like
One.
Atish
Okay.
and like those. And so that I can say, and there is huge community participation, not just in preserving the ecology, but also in preserving the wildlife. Like for snow leopard conservation, the community they're training local women so they can track the wildlife, the snow leopard movement through, and they set the camera traps. So I think that is a success story in in my understanding. And the challenges a forest officer will face in Himachal can vary. Like, for example, first, primarily, it's encroachment of the forest land, as the forest land is being diverted for non-forest purposes. So, secondly, I would say, so forest fire incidences are increasing in Himachal. So, real-time monitoring and certain mitigation
I,
measures.
Kritika, I also see one more issue about the disasters, landslides,
Yes,
frequent.
sir.
It happened,
Yes, sir.
so it was before everyone's eyes.
Yes,
So
sir.
this can be not just for affecting tourism, but also for degradation of forests if landslides happen.
Yes, sir.
Tell me how your knowledge of geology can help you in preventing or maybe taking care of better care of these disasters which will affect the forests.
Yes, sir. So, landslides, so they are mainly caused when the support system of the rock uh, is not there. And due to water saturation, the whole rock mass moves downwards. And so, in my understanding, we can make retaining walls to support uh, landslide. These are some mitigation measures like retaining walls and drainage pipes so the water can drain out. But primarily, I would say geotechnical assessment should be done before infrastructure projects are sanctioned, and and also afforestation should be carried out in such fringing areas so that the soil is held properly and it doesn't move.
Ritika, my last question to you. You are a electrical engineer. Let's talk about hydropower.
Yes, sir.
Not just in Himachal, in Uttarakhand also, everywhere a big multi-purpose project today is conceived of, there is a lot of public resistance.
Yes, sir.
Now, on one hand, we have this problem of environmental sustainability, public protests, and on the other hand, we can't do away with the hydropower.
So,
What is the solution?
so the solution for such projects will be so um, so first of all, there should be a proper environmental impact assessment before such projects are started, and geotechnical assessment. And we should use like run of the river hydro projects should be more favored as the ecological flow of the river is is maintained in that compared to storage dams. And community should be involved, and their rights should be upheld under the Forest Rights Act. Under the
Okay.
Forest Right Act. And also compensatory afforestation should be done where such land has been diverted.
Thank you, Kritika. Over to you, Sandeep ji.
Thank you, sir. Kritika,
Good morning, sir.
good morning. I understand you are interested in studying monkey behavior
Yes, sir.
around your place, Kasumti Pari Mahal, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, what have you reached as the conclusion?
Sir, I have studied their behavior and their group dynamics and how
Okay.
their social hierarchies affect the resources that are distributed among them and their territories.
Okay. So, um, I mean, are they more ferocious in groups or when even while they are individuals?
Sir, in my observation, sir, they are more ferocious in groups because in individual they try to avoid a conflict, but when they are in groups, they tend to gang up on people if they are being aggressive or for um, in case of
Yes.
sorry, sir, I'm not able to articulate properly.
Doesn't matter. Which language do they understand best, Kritika?
They have their own language, they have their own
No,
gestures.
I mean between human and monkey conversation.
So, in my understanding, they only see us as we only provide them food.
Yeah,
So their fear has gone. So they have kind of imprinted on humans, and they see us as a food source mainly.
mainly.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
But don't you feel they understand the language of the danda the best?
Uh,
Otherwise
yes,
they
sir.
attack.
Yes, sir.
They are quite bad that side.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That I think is true for any animal. So they respond to physical threat. So,
Okay.
so
Tell me,
that in
Kritika, which
similar way.
species are endangered in Himachal Pradesh amongst animals and birds?
Animals and birds. So among animals, I will say it's the snow leopard
Okay.
and the uh, musk deer.
Uh-huh.
Uh, Blue sheep in Himachal is endangered, but in general, it's least concerned, like the bharal. And in birds, I will say it's so the Himalayan monal.
Monal, yes.
Yes, mm,
So what
so
would you
that
do
is.
for protecting them? Suppose you are posted in the upper reaches of Himachal Pradesh.
Yes, sir. So primarily, I will protect the habitat they are in, and wildlife corridors are maintained, so their easy movements are there, and habitat fragmentation doesn't take place. And I will involve locals and community for their conservation.
Okay, Kritika. So you are an electrical engineer. You've done your bachelor's and master's also, right? So
Yes,
how will
sir.
it help you in your future role?
Yes, sir. So as an electrical engineer, I can implement I can implement like remote sensing and wildlife tracking, and also forest fire monitoring through basic control system, like through a feedback loop. And also, engineering as a training has taught me to think in structured way, which will be helpful in executing small uh, decentralized renewable projects in the forest fringe areas.
Kritika, how different is wall art from graffiti?
Uh, so, um, So wall art are murals which are painted in the public spaces, and so graffiti is or they are also painted in the public spaces, but they are seen as a form of revolt or a sign of
Speaking out.
Yeah, speaking out, yes, sir.
Okay.
We will
So can
speak
you
out.
use wall art for education of people in the villages of Himachal for protection of wildlife?
Yes, sir. So wall art can be used, and it is being used. I have seen in many villages there are like where there are eco-tourism models. The snow leopards are being painted on house of the locals, and so it spreads awareness that wildlife, like for example, for snow leopard, it's the keystone species, and it is important for the ecosystem preservation also, and so it is better as a picture speaks 1,000 words. It's better than writing slogans, I guess.
Yeah, Kritika, tell me how important are uh, the Amazon forests, to that region, and do we have a comparable rainforest in India?
Yes, sir. So the Amazon forest are known as the lungs of the world,
Mhm.
as they provide oxygen because of their sheer size and diversity, and they support immense amount of biodiversity. And sir, similar forests, I will say, uh, uh, can be the forests in the Western Ghats and also in the Northeast regions.
Do we have the potential of, I mean, establishing more such rainforests in our country, and in which states?
Mm. Um, so I, so I may have, can I take a guess on this?
Yeah, please go ahead.
So in my belief, I don't think like we can expand rainforests, but we
Okay,
can preserve them.
we
So
can
where they
present.
are.
Very
Yes, sir.
nice, very nice. One last question, Kritika. See, Indian Forest Service has cadres. You are lucky that you were brought up in Himachal, which is still has a lot of good forests.
Yes, sir.
Once you get Haryana, what will be your challenge and mission?
Uh, so Haryana has a less forest cover, but it's a strong farming communities there. So agroforestry practices will be my major um, mission and vision for Haryana.
Okay.
And the challenges can be, sir, so because of the expanding cities and the stress, like Gurgaon and such areas, where they can forest diversion can take place, and there may be satellite towns which may be coming in future because the carrying capacities of cities are breaching. So in that case, so least forest diversion is taking place and community is involved.
Kritika, suppose put you in an ethical dilemma. You're
Yes.
a DFO and you find that the Minister of Environment and Forest in your state is in league with the illegal tree felling with contractors in criminal nexus. Will you blow the whistle or will you keep quiet?
Sir, can you repeat the last part?
I say you are a DFO, say in Himachal
Yes, sir.
Pradesh, Kangra, and the Minister of Environment and Forest there, whosoever it is, it's a hypothetical
Mm.
question, is in
Yes, sir.
league with the contractors for illegal felling of trees, cutting forests, and smuggling
Yes,
of
sir.
wood. So it's an ethical dilemma. He's your minister, he can transfer you also. Uh, will you make an issue out of it? Go to the chief minister, go to the relevant authorities, or keep quiet about it?
Sir, I will, first of all, I will charge the perpetrators according to the Indian Forest Act and Forest Conservation Act, and I will make proper complaints against them who are involved in illicit felling, and I will write it down in a report and will pass it down through proper channels, uh, citing my concerns about it.
The maximum punishment for this offense.
No, sorry, sir, I
Oh,
cannot recall that right
see,
now.
just one piece of advice before I close.
Yes, sir.
You will be enforcing the law.
Yes, sir.
All law enforcement officers, agencies must know the law
Yes,
so
sir.
as to use it, not misuse it.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes,
Good
sir.
luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good to see you, Kritika.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. So, Kritika, you are into art, and
Yes,
sir have
ma'am.
asked about you about graffiti. But don't
Yes,
you
ma'am.
think graffiti is being nowadays used in the regions where there is a slum rehabilitation? So, have you observed those graffiti arts?
Yes, ma'am. I've seen those some in news, and I think it's a form of self-expression by the locals who are there, especially the youth. And it's just like expressing through music, similarly expressing through art.
Is it just
But
self-expression?
I think, ma'am, it's self-expression and it's also raising voice for the social concerns or the social problems they might be facing there.
Okay. So, have you ever seen that picture of a beauty of a poor little girl sitting, the famous graffiti art?
Ma'am, I'm not able to recall this,
Okay.
what you were saying.
Okay, so the one which was very exciting was monkey behavior journaling.
Yes, ma'am.
So, why people think this monkey is creating a chaos, and what do you think can you or organize or manage the peace for monkey living or a proper habitat for monkey?
What can I do to
Yes,
con manage the problem?
yes.
Yes, ma'am. With monkeys, there is a human-wildlife conflict, especially in the urban areas where there are cases of um, rage and theft. And in the rural areas also, they raid on the crops. So there is a human wildlife conflict, and it is mainly because, especially here, it's because of the forest edge effect. And what I will do is understanding the behavior and restricting public feeding as it is religious feeding is there. Also, ma'am, proper waste management should be followed because monkeys they mainly are found near the open garbage dumping sites and also humane methods of sterilization which are followed in Himachal uh, can be a viable option.
Okay, you have done electrical engineering. There
Yes,
is
ma'am.
in order to prevent this human wildlife conflict or a wildlife coming into the forest area, there is an electric fence is kept. But Kritika, don't you
Yes,
think it's against the animal rights and their animals' emotion?
yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm a little bit uninformed about the topic. Can I take a guess?
Yes, yes.
Ma'am, in my knowledge, the electric fences, they don't have that much of voltage and electricity. So they're not cause of direct like major damage to the animals. But in places where their conflict is very high and its hotspot is of conflict is very concentrated, in those areas they can be used.
Okay. Kritika, there is something that was popping up in the news is environment versus environment. What is it about is we are improving the solar energy panels, that is improving
Yes,
our renewable energy. But on the
yes,
other side, because of this solar energy panel, the Great Indian Bustard population has been reducing, and there are a lot of deforestations also happening. So it's environment versus environment. So what would be your take on this?
yes. Um, yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, solar panels require a large area for their setup, and so there are downsides to it. So, as an alternative, we can make floating solar panels, and on reservoirs we can mount them. And there has been a major issue of the great Indian bustard's habitat, which is being um, destroyed because of these solar panels. I'm sorry, ma'am, I may not have answered your question correctly.
Thank you,
Didn't
Kritika.
understand.
Thank you so much, you, sir.
You'll do well,
Thank you.
Kritika, and you should take physical mocks also.
Yes, sir. So I'll take
Go on
one.
a day
Yes,
which
sir.
is a bright day for you.
Yes,
Try
sir.
the mocks again, and you will regain that confidence.
Yes, sir. Okay.
All the
Thank you,
best.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Good
Thank
luck,
you.
Kritika.
Thank
And
you,
I'm
sir.
sure you'll do well, okay? You have
Yes,
to
sir.
do it.
Yes, sir. I will do it. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.